Yeah, just a quick review of Vicks VapoFreeze Menthol Pain Relieving Spray. So what's it for? I mean, why would you want to consider using something like this? Well, it's mainly if you have any kind of pain coming from the joints or any kind of muscular pain, that sort of thing. So for instance, let's say, you helped a friend move over the weekend and Monday morning you woke up and you're like, oh my God, my back is killing me. And, it didn't get better over the next couple of days. Your muscles are really tight. That's one thing that you could use this for. Or let's say you have something like knee arthritis. You have a lot of pain coming from the joint. That would be another good reason to give this product a try. So what's in it? How does it work? Well, anytime you're considering using something like this, you need to ask yourself one thing. What are the active ingredients? So what's an active ingredient? Well, it's any ingredient that has a direct biological effect or any pharmacological activity in your body. So in other words, these are the ingredients in the product that really make the product work and do the heavy lifting. In the case of Vicks VapoFreeze Menthol Pain Relieving Spray, it has two active ingredients. The first one is camphor. It has 3.6% camphor in it. And camphor is it's a topical analgesic. The other thing is menthol has 16% menthol. And menthol gives you a cooling sensation when you put it on. That stimulates the nerves, and that helps block the pain. So that's basically the active ingredients and how this product works. So the question is this give you permanent relief or temporary relief? Well, I think it kind of depends on what you're using it for. I think there are some cases actually where you can get permanent relief from using something like this. I think if you have a lot of muscular pain, like say back to the example, you're helping a friend move and you're doing a lot of lifting, your back muscles are sore. A lot of times muscles, when they get sore, they start to go into spasm and then you get pain and the pain creates more spasm. And before you know it, you have this pain cycle going on. So what you can do is you can use this product once or twice to kind of calm the pain down or get rid of the pain. And that kind of breaks up this pain cycle. So I think in cases like that, you actually can get permanent relief from a product like this. Fortunately, other conditions such as knee arthritis are chronic conditions. So you really need a multi-pronged treatment approach to really take a big bite out of your pain. But I think there is a way to use this actually to get longer term relief. So basically you'll use this, but you also need to do something else that's also been shown to help, I'll say knee arthritis. So we know knee arthritis, if you know that exercise, for instance, is a proven treatment for knee arthritis, that to get rid of pain. We know that if your knee is stronger, you get more joint stability, you have less pain. We know if your knee is more flexible, forces are more evenly distributed throughout the joint. So exercise is a tried and true thing for knee arthritis. But hey, you can't do that right now. You can't do any exercises, so what do? Well, you get some of this, you put it on, and it'll get the pain down. And once the pain is down, that will allow you to do other things like exercises. And week by week, as your knees get stronger, more flexible, this is just one example, then you'll be able to get long-term relief. So that's how you use this. So for instance, you put this on, you can't do any exercises right now, knee hurts too much. Put this on, get that pain level down. I'll give you a few examples. This is from Bulletproof Your Knee. If you have knee pain, now that your pain is down after using the VapoFreeze, you can do something like, if you have any kind of knee pain, make sure you strengthen your quadriceps muscle. So do one exercise for that. So for instance, this is your quadriceps muscle, and it's the big stabilizer of your knee joint. And research is now finding that just about any knee problem you can name, the researchers are finding there's a problem just with the quadriceps muscle. In other words, usually it's just not as strong as it should be, and it's really weak. Or some of these studies are using CT scans and looking at cross-sectional area and finding it's actually smaller than normal. They don't find that with other muscles like your adductors or your hamstring. Basically, for some reason, if you have a knee problem and knee pain, your quadriceps muscle takes a hit. Here's a good example: knee swelling in the quadriceps. Another study demonstrated that even if you have as little as 20 milliliters of fluid in your knee, which is just over a tablespoon, it's enough to decrease the strength of your quadriceps muscle. So here again, if you have any kind of acute or chronic long-term swelling, your quadriceps are going to take a hit. Therefore, you're not going to have much knee stability. You have a little bit of excessive motion. You're going to just irritate your knee, and there's no way you're going to get better. Same thing with ligaments, like your anterior cruciate ligament, your ACL, posterior cruciate ligament. They find strength deficits in the quadriceps muscle. Knee arthritis. So if you Google knee arthritis and quadriceps strength, just about every study that they've done, basically they're finding that if you have knee arthritis, you have weak quads. Likewise, there are randomized controlled trials showing that, hey, you take a group of people with knee arthritis, you strengthen just their quadriceps muscle, and that their pain starts to go away. And some of these studies are even showing that the people with the strongest quads have the least progression of their knee arthritis. So here again, lots of good reasons to do that if you have any kind of knee problem. Lots of other things you can do. Flexibility, we know your knee bends and straightens, but did you know your knee actually rotates? So about the last 10 to 15 degrees of you straightening your leg, your knee rotates laterally or out to the side, and that's what they call an accessory motion. So here's like a little test you can use to see if you have the accessory motion, and you can stretch that out. You get a fully functioning knee, you get more flexibility, your pain starts to feel better. Your knee starts to feel better. There's other things you like proprioception, your position sense, that's decreased in people with knee pain. Lots of stuff you can do. But hey, you can't do it now. Put on the VapoFreeze, do the exercises, and week by week as you get stronger, more flexible, and so on, hey, that's where you get the long-term relief. So good product. Check it out.